All right, welcome back. This will probably be a short live stream. Good morning to everybody. I've had a lot of free time here lately, so I'm back again on a Monday early in the morning, at least my time. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Now, I put the subject in the title, made it real simple. That way we can jump right into it. Yeah, let's get right into it. I see you kittens, Nikki. I can't think of a name. Serena. I hate cars. Irie. Now look at this. We talked about this several times about how useless dog leashes are. And, real simple. If dog leashes prove to be ineffective, then why do you still advise them? For safety reasons. When you ask how or what laws or what rules are in place to keep people safe from dogs, the main thing people want to bring up is, well, the owner must keep the dog on a leash. And, in order for them to say this, in order for people to say this, they have to act as if nobody gets dragged by their dogs, or like they have to act like this is not even possible to be dragged by one or more than one dogs. Many people are dragged by one dog. Over the years, these people have put out videos like this incriminating themselves, where they are out here admitting that they can't control these things.
They're both very, very strong dogs. They're in excess of 7 stones each, and they're very, very difficult to pull back.
There you go. He said they're very, very difficult to hold them back, to pull them back. This is a grown man saying this. So why is it acceptable to have dogs on leashes, period? If this is a failed idea.
Really dangerous near the road. I'm really frightened that one of them's going to get seriously hurt.
So even the dog owners are out here talking about how terrified they are that the dogs will hurt somebody. She said she's worried that the dogs will get terribly hurt, but we know that's nonsense. We know that's their way of coding. It's code language. That was her way of saying, I'm afraid these dogs are going to attack somebody someday, and I won't be able to hold them back. That is what she meant to say.
Really dangerous near the road. I'm really frightened that one of them's going to get seriously hurt.
See, in order to protect the dog's image, they try not to say that they're afraid that the dog might attack someone. So they'll always say, oh, I'm afraid for the dog's safety, the dog's welfare. I'm worried about the dog.
All right, Angela. No, but I've got a bag back anyway. But that is just without any distractions. So you can imagine if you see another.
Yeah, hear what she said? She said that was the dogs without any distractions. She's like, they pull me around everywhere, even when they're not anxious to get to a target. And they cut her off before she finished her sentence. She was about to say, just imagine how difficult it is for me to control these dogs when they really want to get at something, when they fixated on something that they really want to get at. Maybe if they wanted to maul something or someone. She said, she basically admitted that it would be even harder for her to control them if that were the case. That's what she said, people.
Seriously hurt.
You all right, Angela? No, but I've got a bag back anyway. But that is just without any distractions. So you can imagine if you see another.
See? But they cut her off. This is crazy stuff. Now, this is the endangerment portion of what I always talk about, what I talk about nonstop.
She can't do her housework. They're a danger to baby Ellie.
Said the dog is a danger to the baby. Yeah. Yeah. And it's not because it will simply step on her. That is a problem. But you can't tell me this is not a violation of our laws. Now, I think this might be in the UK, but I don't care. I don't care. Maybe they have the same endangerment laws over there. But nobody can tell me this does not violate our current child endangerment laws.
They're a danger to baby Ellie.
No, Red. Red off. No.
And walking them is a health hazard.
Look at that.
But they're
This man said walking them is a health hazard. And it kills me when I see these out of shape dog lovers, acting arrogant as if they're so responsible. Oh, I'm so responsible. My dog's always on the leash.
and walking them is a health hazard.
And they're the same ones who would be pulled and thrown off balance, trip and fall, just like this lady did, and be unable to control her dog. Men or women, you're going to see some men on here too. You can't control these things, especially when you got more than one. These laws that we have on the books right now are extremely reckless, and they're dangerous.
But they're even harder to control when they get a sniff of another dog.
See, he came out and said it. He said they're harder to control when they get the scent of another dog. Keep in mind, they're also talking about when the mutt sees anything that it wants to attack. They're harder to control. You got dog lovers themselves explaining how worthless dog leashes are. I made another video a while ago about how worthless dog leashes are. If you type leash into the search, it'll pop up. But this is irrefutable. There's no case that these people can make to prove that they can always be in control of their dog, that they can always have their dog under control, which is the law in virtually every state. People in every state, they tell you that you have to, at all times, have your dog under control. My thing is, you can't control these things. That's the problem. If they were so easy to be controlled, they wouldn't need a leash. If they were to run up to somebody and try to attack them, that person would be able to take care of it themselves if they were that easy to control. Not even the owner of these things who have these things tied to a rope is able to control them. They simply drag the owner.
But they're even harder to control when they get a sniff of another dog.
Oh, no, it's not.
Why should I trust these idiots? Why should I trust these buffoons? Simply because they have a dog on a leash. Realistically, you should put your hand on your pistol when you see a person with a large dog on a leash, especially if they got more than one. Okay? If those dogs try to attack you, then you'll really see how irresponsible it is. You'll find out the hard way.
And with husband is home late from work, the last thing he's going to do is walk these hectic hounds.
Walking your dog is supposed to be an enjoyment, but it's not at all.
See, a walking dog's supposed to be an enjoyment, but it's not at all. Because they get pulled so much. That's a grown man right there. That's a grown man right there. If having a dog on a leash is some type of safety protocol, don't you think it's a problem when you can find multiple videos of that safety protocol failing? Don't you think that's an emergency? because these safety protocols are supposed to be in place to prevent people from being killed, gutted, bludgeoned, stabbed to death, tortured. So it's real important that this safety protocol works. In this case, a dog leash. And we have several videos showing this protocol, this safety measure, failing miserably, repeatedly, over and over. So how do we respond to that? We just do nothing, say nothing. You laugh at it. You record it on video and put it in a compilation and call it comedy. There's one available on YouTube just like that. You know, where they're referring to it as funny. I have to find it. Yeah, we'll go back to it. But this is ridiculous. See, this is where a dog owner is supposed to demonstrate maximum control over their dog. Is when it's outside on a leash. Okay, because you got all this open space and the dog wants to roam, and you can demonstrate how effectively you can control them. And they fail this bad. So inside the home, everybody is in danger. These people can't even control these dogs when they're in a position to demonstrate how good they are at controlling them. That's when they look at their worst. When they're put in a position to really show, and you equip them with the tools they need to demonstrate how good they are at controlling them. Now you tell me, you look at these dogs dragging these people all over the place, and you tell me how some new goofy rule or some new protocol is going to better equip them, is going to better enable them to take care of these dogs. There's nothing you can do. There's no stupid law. The only type of law you can put in place to keep people safe is to remove these creatures from society. Okay, now wait a minute. She's saying something crazy here. Listen.
So strong. They both pull like demons. They've towed me across fields.
Wait a minute.
They both pull like demons. Strength of these dogs, they're so strong. They both pull like demons.
She said they both pull like demons. Notice how even dog lovers quite often refer to dogs as demons. You know, they associate dogs with evil and demonic. It's crazy how much you hear out of dog lovers' own mouths.
They've towed me across fields. They've dragged me through gardens.
She said they've drugged me through fields. They've drugged me through gardens. And this is just one dog we're looking at, people. Why are you making it legal for people to own beasts like this that can so easily overpower a human being? Why would you do that? And if that human being fails to control that beast, then an attack victim is going to be in extremely bad condition. And you still make it legal for anybody to own and be in possession of one of these things. All right, young people, join us. Join us. Because we're going to win. The truth will prevail. Justice in the end always prevails, because in the back of your mind, you're always aware of injustice or some type of crime. You're always aware of it, and it's always going to eat at you. But it becomes even more intense when people start vocally talking about it like we are here. So the process of waking people up in this country becoming anti-dog has begun. Don't be on the receiving end of criticism like this. Okay, young people, there's nothing that these people can say in return. That's why they never respond to me or anybody in the anti-dog community, because there's nothing that they can say. Don't set yourself up to be embarrassed like this.
Gardens, I cannot hold the dogs. I just can't hold them.
If they see another dog, we can't cope with the situation.
And kids, people, look, I know we're in the age of being drunk and being high out of your mind, but listen, if you know that you're about to walk outside or somewhere, please try to stay sober. I'm not trying to criticize you. I myself tried drugs when I was younger. Thankfully, I developed asthma. And my asthma is only triggered when I inhale some type of smoke. And an asthma attack can kill you. So I had a lot of motivation to quit smoking weed, but I had to stop. That was almost a couple decades ago. But man, I could not imagine being chased or attacked by a dog while I was high. Can you imagine doing that while you're drunk? You can barely walk in a straight line, and here you're about to get attacked by a mutt. But I digress.
And there's nothing Molly and Alfie like more than taking their owners for a walk.
Look at this.
I can't take them out and exercise them properly. It's just such a trauma to do that.
There you go. There you go. That's a grown man right there. And the law is telling us that we need to depend on people like this to keep us safe. No, this is a violation of our rights. And it always will be until these things are out of our communities, out of our neighborhoods. People, this is the direction that this country, this whole world is going in, because we have been at rock bottom for far too long. And we can't get any more disgusting and savage than we are right now. So there's nowhere else to go. It is what it is. It's part of nature.
Out and exercise them properly. It's just such a trauma to do that.
Look at it. They're being pulled, people. They're not on a jog. They're not jogging with their dogs. These people are being pulled. See, do you dog lovers, do you understand how dumb you look? You are being pulled by these dogs. And then a dog leash is the first and only thing that you talk about when you're questioned on how you're protecting the public from your dogs. The only thing you can refer to, I always have them on a leash. And what makes me so upset is that a lot of people will accept that answer. They'll accept that the dog is on the leash and that is adequate protection. It's not.
It's a trauma to do that.
And these dogs are not big, powerful bully breeds. And they're dragging these people. And this is supposed to be my protection. People like this, these people on the other end of these leashes is supposed to be what protects me from being tortured and bled and bludgeoned. You know, we've seen a few people try to go against our platforms, our beliefs. We've seen some people try to oppose the anti-dog community. And each and every time these people look like idiots. They look like idiots. Believe it or not, people, and I don't care what Dark Reindeer was pushed off of YouTube because of his strong stance in defense of dogs, especially in contrast to our narrative. Now, he focused on going back and forth with canine aversion, which he had better done. And even with her, he was just taking personal attacks on her. His arguments were just garbage. And he understood this is a losing battle. And I'm just telling all the rest of you, don't join, do not participate in this dog lover culture. It's wrong in every way.
But, you know, it's just something to get over and done with as fast as you can.
He's only in the canter, I'm already knackered.
Now that she's seen...
Okay. So you get the point. Yeah, this is that dog trainer. Many of you know about this lady. I shared some of her content before. But this is just amazing to me. It's amazing how dog leash laws are really the primary law, the primary safety protocol when people like us ask how we're supposed to be protected from dogs in society. Okay, when we ask that question, the one and only thing dog lovers can refer to is a dog leash, that they always have their dog on a leash. And that one and only reference is the worst possible example they could find. It's more of a failed type of safety protocol than anything else. Anything else. I trust mace or pepper spray as a deterrent more than I would trust you having a hold of a leash in that mutt. Especially if you're just a small person, you some small lady. Now, women naturally have less muscle and physical strength than men. This is madness, people, and it has to be called out. This is a problem in our everyday life. Every day we have to be concerned about this. And we don't have to be ashamed to voice our disagreement with this culture, our discontent with this culture. So you tell me, what good are leash laws if dogs can simply drag their owner? What good is it? Exactly how do they help if dogs can simply drag their owners? Because see, if a dog is so small that you can control it, then that dog is probably too small to do any serious damage to anyone. So large dogs being large dogs, it's more important, it's most important to have large dogs on a leash. You follow me? The most important dog to have leashed is large dogs. And those are exactly the dogs that these people cannot control. The criminal element of this culture is deep. And I'm going to remind people of the criminal element within this dog culture going forward. Like I said, I wanted to emphasize it's a crime channel. And it's been my mistake all this time for not, keeping that at front and center. The fact that we are not just people complaining, we're people pointing out crime. How patriotic can you be? That's true patriotism. You have to respect it. Even if you're a dog lover, you have to respect us. We demand respect. Y'all playing dumb. Y'all take your swipes at us. You try to insult us. We don't even say nothing. And I don't think it bothers most of us because we know that what we do, what we talk about, what we point out demands respect. So it just looks bad on you when you try to oppose us. But anyway, since we're here, I wanted to run something else by all of you. Right? Shout out to everybody who may have joined the room since I started. It is now 11 a.m. my time. What time did we start? I think I started this stream for 10:30. Was it 10:30? Man, are we live? Are we even live? I'm getting a message. I'm getting a message that's saying I'm not even live. Am I live? Okay, we're live. Have y'all been able to see the stream? Has it gone well so far? I'm sorry, people. I'm just now checking the chat room and it was saying some crazy stuff. I hope everything's going well. Has the stream been going well? Have y'all been able to see the things I've been talking about, like the videos and stuff? Hopefully y'all have. All right. Thanks, Serena. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to run this by y'all too. And yeah, I had to focus on this because I think about that stupid leash law every day. Think about it every day. And there have been so many cases I've seen where it was clear, just obvious, that dog leashes, do not keep people safe. The most it can probably do is buy you some time, because the owner might be able to restrain the dog for a few seconds, right? Before the dog yanks them and slams them to the ground. But these things are worthless. They're worthless. Now, what was this? Y'all remember this? This was very eerie, horrific footage, in my opinion. Y'all remember the dog that killed Jack Leash? Wasn't that this dog? Was it this dog? No, it wasn't Jack Leash. It was Brandon Hayden. Or was it? I can't remember. I'm sorry, it was Jack Leash. I knew it was Jack Leash. Yeah, I need to trust my memory more often because this burned into my memory, this killing last year. Jack Leash. Y'all remember 10-year-old Jack Leash? Let me, because image, people's faces quite often burn into the memory of people. This is Jack Leash. Y'all remember Jack Leash? I made 2 or 3 videos when this murder took place. I made 2 or 3 videos. So it was a pretty big case worldwide for the most part. Now, a while after the murder, this footage surfaced. And it showed that same dog that killed Jack Leash the day before the murder. The day before the murder. And this is how that same dog was behaving. Lunging, pulling its owner, and going after everybody that it saw. Just went after this kid for no reason. And this idiotic owner could not control the thing. This person was so terrified, just left the scooter there. Isn't that a scooter? And this guy right there starts beating the dog, starts hitting it. Dogs are so dumb and worthless. This little kid looked like a kid, or it might have been a young lady. Looked like he or she was terrified. You just left your scooter in the street, and I don't blame him. This person demonstrated he can't control the thing. So the owner of this scooter had to do something absurd, which is leave his or her scooter right there in the street All because this idiot can't control this beast. He should have been arrested on this day. He should have been arrested on this day. His dog should have been removed from, and this is the same dog the day before. Look at that. Just jumping at random people, even though the whole time the thing's on a leash. That idiot, the guy holding this idiot, he started laughing after that dog pounced on that man. These kids right here, these people who are in possession of these dogs, they deserve to be dealt with. That level of idiocy, you deserve to have somebody come up and deal with you in an unpleasant manner. And I'm dead serious. This type of behavior, you deserve to be dealt with on the spot. Nobody should even have a discussion with you. A group of men should have walked up and dealt with these two guys. And listen, the behavior of these two individuals is psychotic. This is psychotic. These are sociopaths. These are psychopaths, people. We can't encourage this type of lifestyle. So that idiot started smiling after that dog pounced on him. And even more than that, it looked like this guy knew full well that the dog was about to pounce on him. And it looks like he shortened that leash. He made sure not to shorten the leash so much that the dog would not pounce on him. You see that? You see how he shortened it just enough? He made no real effort to keep that dog from making contact with that man. He didn't. That's exactly why he started smiling after pouncing on him. See, this is the thing. These lunatics, many of these nutters, they think there's nothing wrong with letting their dog physically violate you. That's the mentality of a psychopath, somebody who is a danger to society, who needs to be removed from the general public, who at the very least need to be dealt with. This was unbelievable. It's another video of that same dog. You clearly see that dog is extra deranged, just lunging after everybody for no reason. Under no circumstances should beasts like this be available for anyone to purchase. You should not be able to acquire a beast like this, a creature like this. They have no place in society. When you think of lions, tigers, bears, when you think about how inappropriate it is to have those things roaming through society as pets, having these things is just as ridiculous. It is just as dangerous. And there's no reason why you should view it any other way. Okay? It's really that simple. Now, I pulled this up because this just surfaced. I wanted to just go over and check out. Okay, another woman in South Africa gets scalped. Yeah, this woman got scalped. And what caught my attention is they're talking about that. Okay, this is Cape Town. They're talking about a ban in Cape Town as well. I thought that was South Africa. I thought they already were doing that. Yes, I don't really know what that's about. Not sure what that's about. But these dog attacks are out of control, people. completely out of control. What is this? Corby man charged after bull mastiff attack on girl. Now this surfaced 9 hours ago. There was a story I wanted to discuss, and I can't find it. Being charged of out of control bull mastiff. Appeared in court. Closed 41-year-old. Okay. Yeah, dog attack after dog attack. There is no pause. Another thing is how they define these mutts as dangerous, potentially dangerous, potentially dangerous, and vicious. It's another thing that was infuriating me shortly before I went live. Their stupid definitions. They all should be viewed as dangerous enough to not have in society. Put it like that. It's really a waste of time to go through all that nonsense about what is a dangerous dog, potentially dangerous, vicious dog. They're all dangerous, too dangerous to have in society, whether or not they're on a leash. I talk to some people who say that they're okay with dogs in society, even with pit bulls in society. They'll say, oh yeah, I'm okay with it as long as the owner keeps the dog on a leash. And all that tells me is that those people who say that, they just haven't spent much time thinking about it. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to assume that they would agree with me if I were to explain this to them and show them these videos and whatnot as they listen, because they are all fully aware. Everybody, dog lovers and others, are fully aware that dogs drag people. We all know this. We all know it. And if you've had any experience with dogs, you know this full well. It's something that's very well known. So how is it possible to have laws in place saying that it's okay to be in possession of them as long as they're on the leash? Ridiculous. Now, I don't know. I think I shared this on Twitter. Or maybe I didn't. Maybe I forgot. But it was a funny story. A funny story that I wanted to share. You know what? I'll go to my PowerPoint. They're talking about this mutt right here. There's another one. Yeah, there's another article about this mutt. This surfaced just a few hours ago. New York animal shelter seeking forever home for fire-breathing demon dog. And they share the dog's name, which is what I'm not going to do. In a brutally honest adoption post about this worthless mutt, the Niagara County SPCA described the playful mutt as, quote, a whole jerk, not even half. The SPCA that is adopting this dog out put in the description that the dog is a whole jerk, not even half. Now, when I saw that, I was interested. I'll be honest. I said, hey, listen to that. Let me click on it and look into it. I thought that was interesting. And this is the actual post by the Niagara SPCA. This is a direct screenshot from their post. Okay. Get rid of this background here. I'll add that on there. And this is just fascinating to me. Can y'all see that? Here, let me try to enlarge this. So we've become professionals at writing animal adoption posts. With the adorableness we encounter daily, we have tons of material. Sometimes we can listen to this. They went overboard here. Look, she said, this is the SPCA, people, said sometimes we can sugarcoat the less than desirable traits, like prefers to be only child. People, they do this a lot, as we all know. And sugarcoat, that's an understatement. They flat out lie all the time, and they know it, and everybody knows it. And so they said, hey, we have to be honest about this dog. They said at first glance, it's adorable. Young dog. People should be breaking our doors down to adopt it. We promise you, that won't be the case with this dog. This dog, they say, is a terror in a somewhat small package. What could go wrong with a 26-pound dog, right? We're sure you're thinking, my ankles will be just fine. We'd caution, proceed at your own risk. Our best guess is that this dog's cute face got it whatever it wanted, and boundaries are something it heard people talk about, so it doesn't respect boundaries. This is nothing new about dogs. She said its first owners took him to board and train, but their relationship was built on the premise that the dog was the boss, so things ended abruptly. He was rehomed. 2 weeks into this new home, he was surrendered to us because he, quote, annoys our older dog. What they actually meant was this dog is a fire-breathing demon and will eat our dog. But hey, it's only 26 pounds. Our best guess. Okay, that's what I already... Wait a minute. Yeah, that's the rest of it. There are lots of people withheld this dog less than desirable traits, but we're going to tell you about it. He's a whole jerk. This is in the SPCA post. He's a whole jerk, not even half. Everything belongs to him. If you dare test his ability to possess the things, wrath will ensue. If you show a moment of weakness, prepare to be exploited. The ideal home for this mutt is the mother of dragons, or an adult home free of other animals with an owner who will lead him calmly and sternly, putting up with zero crap. People, the only thing that's going to happen is if somebody adopts it, and if it's a person who keeps it, they're going to beat the life out of this mutt. They're going to try to train it using physical punishment. They're going to smack this thing all over the place. This is what they do. This is what they do. Because in order to keep this dog, they're going to have to break it. They're going to have to put fear in it. That's all it is. That's all dogs understand. They're trying to make it sound sophisticated. Like, oh, no. It was raised by an owner who was extremely passive, who was beta, who did not use, well, I can't even say that. Maybe they did use the alpha approach, and maybe this mutt would not attack the person it raised. Who knows? Yeah, let me take that back all the way, 100%. These mutts, they're all over the place. Their brains really is capable of anything. But yeah, anybody who ends up keeping this mutt, most likely they kept it because they've broken it, smacked it around, and now the dog fears them. And what does it sound like the shelter is trying to suggest to the next owner? They said right here in the post that the dog needs somebody that will lead it calmly and sternly and not put up with its crap. Well, how do you think a person is not going to put up with the dog's crap? Dog comes up trying to be aggressive, barking. They're going to kick it across the room. They low key, on the low, they always suggest smacking these mutts around. He needs a stern leader. He needs a strong leader. They put stuff like that in a lot of descriptions of these dogs. They say on the bright side, the dog's previous trainer will provide his new adopters with training tools they believe he needs to be successful in the home. Why do you always need these scientific methods, these classes, these experts, professionals to have a dog successfully live inside of a home? And this is what it's all about. Everything that the dog culture has in place for dogs reveals how dysfunctional and deranged dogs actually are. If dogs would just go inside of a human being's home, sit there and not attack anyone, there would be no need for training. You don't have thousands of cat trainers out here, do you? Of professionals trying to train any other animal, do you? All dogs have to do is not attack people and not bother people. Respect other other living creatures, respect their personal space, just like all other animals do. It's so annoying. I was watching a video earlier today, and I reflected on that. Seeing these things constantly, always in your face, always bothering you, man. Who in the world wants to deal with that? And why? Why? Nobody should have to deal with being pestered like that. Okay, y'all could hear me, but you couldn't see me. I think so. So sorry about that. Oh, yeah, you could see me. Yeah, you can. Sorry about that. Right? Now, okay, where are we at? How y'all doing today? It's like I lost my page here. Let me go back here. Yeah, that's terrible. Terrible stuff. But you know, they have made these new leashes. Have y'all seen these new leashes where they're retractable? You know, you hold them in your hand and let me see if I can find it here. Supposed to give you more grip, more control. I think they got those body leashes as well, where, you know, you could wrap it around your own body. Isn't that right? And don't none of this stuff work. You wrap that leash around your body, they're just going to pull you down. They're going to drag you down. How many of y'all seen that? Man, please, look at this. Do y'all know, you saw that video we just watched, right? Of dogs dragging people all over the place. Look at this. Do y'all know they actually encourage these people to do that? Look at that. Look at that. So if you want to walk two dogs, we're going to make a special leash for you to do it. We just watched one dog drag multiple different adults. You see how dangerous of a society these people create? How hazardous of an environment, of a community these people create. Again, I'm not bullying on dog lovers. I'm not bullying you. I'm trying to let you all know that you're bullying everyone else. It's you. You're the one violating everybody else's freedom. And you're destroying our communities with the noise, with the threat of violence, with the stench. And we need to take our country back. Shout out to everybody who's able to join me. Shout out to Mutants Out too. Mutants Out sent me a interesting tweet. Matter of fact, before I go, I want to check that out. What was that? Yeah, because I retweeted it. Let me. I gotta check this out before I go, because I don't think I'm gonna make a video about it. Yeah, if you haven't, please follow me on Twitter. Let me change screens here. Follow me on Twitter. A lot of stuff that we can watch, we can look at on Twitter that we can't on YouTube. This right here. This is excellent right here. Delivery truck said, I'm disinfecting all my packages and checking for this filthy behavior. Inside this truck, this delivery truck, is a dog. Now, who is this? Commute? Is that some type of delivery service? Is it Commute Delivery? I'm about to look it up right now. It's like I got 2 live streams up. I hope this is not going to mess up on me. This is terrible. I've never done that. Hold up. Commute Delivery? Where is this? Is it Commute? Let me see. I want to find this. Companies like this, they usually have Twitter accounts. Okay, I can't find it. I don't see nothing on them. I'd like to know the company. The actual company. Right? Can y'all see that? Whoever this is, I'd like to know what they're delivering. I don't think the name of the company is Commute. What is it? Delivery truck. Mutants Out. Oh, Mutants Out's in here. Mutant Out, please help me out. Where is this? Where is this? Can y'all see this? I know they rent those for the... Okay, so you're not sure. They rent those for different companies. Okay. Boy, I'm gonna find out. That is foul. They're letting dogs inside the car. Now, you know what's gonna happen, or what probably does happen, when you order a pizza or when you order some type of food. There's a good chance these people got dogs in their vehicle. Just like they want to bring their dog to work with them all day. If they deliver packages or food every day, all day, don't you think they're going to want their dog with them to keep them company? Y'all had a very high risk of having your food contaminated. That's another thing with being anti-dog. You don't want to order delivery. You don't want to order delivery because, see, they can't have a dog in the kitchen. They cannot have a dog in the kitchen, but they can have a dog in their back seat. I got to say that again. They cannot have a dog in the kitchen, but they can in their back seat. Nasty mutt putting his anus all over everything. Y'all really got to be careful. You can't be friends with... You're going to have excrement all in your mouth, all over your face, all over everything. Stay far away from these things as far as possible. Right? But when I see stuff like this, I try to get in contact with the companies. They probably already have some type of policy or whatever, but I can almost guarantee that this is not acceptable. Not when you're using a company vehicle. I'm quite sure you can't have no flipping dogs inside the vehicle. And it don't surprise me. They're always trying to bend rules in their favor. Right? Shout out to everybody. Was able to join me for yet another installment. And hope to see you all back on the next live stream as we continue with this crusade.